Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining me here today. If you are new to the channel, my name is Elizabeth. I am a medium, divine channeler, remote spirit extractor, white witch, and divine alchemist, and I also happen to be a divine twin flame on the path to reunion. Thank you, each and every one of you who have subscribed to the channel, those of you who have left comments. I try my best to read all of those comments and respond. Sometimes it's not always easy to do that, but I try my best, and I really do appreciate that you are gaining a lot from these videos and that they're helping to validate your own personal journey. Before I get started with these messages today, I just want to thank everyone who have had readings with me, those who have had clearings with me. I really do feel very blessed that I get to do the work that I do. So I'm a reader. I am able to do personal readings, and the readings that I do don't involve any types of oracle cards. It's just straight communication, and we're able to speak one-on-one with your team, with your angels and your guides. And it's really incredible because they get into details about your journey, your twin flame journey, your life purpose. Now, these are not just twin flame readings. These are readings that could be done for anyone. I could read for anyone as long as I'm guided. But I do have a lot of clients, of course, who are twin flames because I'm on the twin flame journey too. But we get into a lot of different subject matters, and it really helps to clarify things for people so that way they know what's coming up in terms of their own healing work, and they're able to use the tools provided by their spiritual team, and they're able to clear, they're able to release, they're able to transform and step into the higher version of themselves. This is all about transformation, stepping into our highest version, and really putting our best foot forward out in the world. And when we're in union with ourselves, when we're in union with ourselves and the divine, that's when we are anchoring union consciousness, and all things that are unified get drawn to us. That's how it works. It's from the inside out, never from the outside in. And so it's been wonderful doing that. Yes, I am a clearer. I am someone who is a spirit extractor. I do all this work remotely, and I'm able to clear out so many of the dark beings and their projections and their manifestations and all their interference energies, so that way somebody can be able to move forward in their life without having these interferences and these attacks. So I've gotten a lot of great reviews in terms of doing the remote spirit extraction work. I also added in a new service called the Light Language Healing Service, and light language is really incredible, and it's something that I highly recommend, and I'm going to be putting more light language on the channel. Light language really is about channeling the cosmic sound. It can be channeled from different star systems, angels, fairy realm, and it's about what comes through in terms of different sound. A lot of it sounds like gibberish, but it's the sound of it that speaks from soul to soul. It's the hand gestures and the body movements that also are able to heal and activate, and it helps to really shift a lot of blocks. And I have really found it pretty powerful in my own union, my own journey of union. And I really feel that a lot of people can benefit from it, which is why I've been guided to share it more with people. So for more about me and my services, take a look at my page, theparanormalpriestess.com. My email is there. This is my website, excuse me. I do have a Facebook page too, The Paranormal Priestess, but my website is theparanormalpriestess.com. The page is The Paranormal Priestess on Facebook, and I'm also on Twitter as well. I don't really tend to use social media as much, especially now with everything going on, but you can certainly connect with me on my website, and I would love to be able to check in and see if I can do a service for you. So now on to the messages. So the messages that I've received today, they're going to be twin flame specific, and they will be from, here's a little hint, he's behind me, Merlin. Yes, I love Merlin, Master Merlin, the master of magic. He's incredible. He is a druid. I definitely get that there's always been debate of whether or not he was a druid or he wasn't a druid. I definitely receive him as a druid, as a divine magician, and he is very wise, of course, very inspiring. He is someone to turn to for that higher guidance. He helps you to see the clear picture and all perspectives. He helps you to find your inner magician, help you to step into that so you can create and you can manifest your best reality. He really is incredible, I have to say, and I'm so very blessed and honored that he chose to work with me as a guide. And I did have a conversation with him last night about twin flames and what's going on with the twin flame journey. This is my crystal Merlin. Yep, this is my quartz crystal I named Merlin. It's my cave. I have showed some of you this before, but if you are new to the channel, you've never seen Merlin. Caves, of course, are always about transformation. They're about initiation. It's going within the dark, within the womb, facing your fears, facing the things that are uncomfortable, feeling very vulnerable, working through all that density and that heaviness, and then coming out reborn and renewed. That's what caves are always about. Caves are incredible. Very ceremonial caves were, especially when we think about like the Native Americans and the indigenous people. The indigenous people were always doing a lot of their rituals within the caves, okay, because they are very powerful. So I sat with my cave and with Merlin, and I wanted to know what was happening. So the very first thing that came up in terms of the twin flame journey was removing obstacles. So if you are in this state of worry about your particular situation, perhaps you can't find any solutions mentally. You just can't see how it's going to work. You can't see with everything that's going on, all these roadblocks, these perceived roadblocks, how are things going to work? How are they going to move forward? It's for you to understand that the divine is supporting twin flames very, very strongly. The divine has always done that. But the energy is now moving very quickly. Very, very quickly. Fast. And the thing is to realize is that these obstacles are being removed so that way you can move forward. All of the roadblocks and obstacles to your higher learning, it's being removed, to that awareness being removed. And it's happening for both yourself and your beloved, despite what you're able to see in the physical yet. Okay, so let's not think about the physicality part of it right now, because first things first, right? It's about being able to adjust those energies. We're closing out a cycle. Merlin's talking about closing out a cycle and not having so much work left with this cycle that we're closing out, this karmic cycle. People often ask, could it be that it's not a karmic relationship that my twin has, or myself? Maybe it could be a karmic pattern or habit or belief system. It could be family related. Sure, it could be family related. It could be anything. It really depends on your own personal journey. But it's something that's karmic, okay, meaning that it's been something that it's actions between people. That's what karma is, right? And karma, a lot of the karma can come from past lifetimes, and it's also translated to this lifetime. We can create karma, that kind of thing. But I do have to say, and I've been saying this, that karma is now closing out on the planet. Okay, that type of thing with the karmic cycles and things like that, closing out karma collectively. But we are closing out, and there's very little work to do, and it's very important, Merlin's talking about, to be very flexible, with this journey, and very open and mobile mentally. Because sometimes we get caught up in thinking how we know thinking okay, this is what I know. I'm attached to this. This is how it is. This is how I'm used to it being. This is how it's supposed to go. And we start coming up with all of these stories and attached belief systems in our minds, and that doesn't serve us. It's really important to be just very open to new possibilities, very open to new ways, new creative solutions, staying within the flow of the journey rather than working in resistance to it. And that will help us, okay, to stay more in the balance and peace and the harmony as these obstacles are being removed. Okay, and we're staying open, we're staying flexible, we are that much better to navigate the journey in a really balanced, peaceful, harmonious way. And that's not to say that things are going to be perfect. Yes, the twin flame journey has the highs and lows and the pushes and pulls, but what you'll notice, if you're not noticing it already, is that it's not going to be as drastic, and you're going to be able to adapt to the energies so much better if you aren't already, and you're going to be aware that as negative energies comes in, that's what happens. Energies comes in. That's negative. That's just the way of the world, that we have to deal with some of these things. You'll be able to really be aware of, okay, this is negative. I'm allowing myself now to drop into this lower vibration. What can I do now? What can I creatively come up with now? How can I bring myself back up and into my balanced alignment again? And it's not going to be long before you do that. It's not going to be as challenging as it used to be, that's for sure. And that's for both yourself and your partner. So that's a good thing. That's a really, really good thing. Going with the flow, transitioning into higher energy, opportunity, and possibility. So miracles are on the way. Possibilities, doors opening on the way. As this cycle closes, we're going to have a new cycle opening up with new beginnings. And behind me, I have some birch. You can see it right there. It's a little birch candle holder. Birch is for new beginnings. I love birch. And we're going to be having the new beginning coming in, higher energy, and we're going to be seeing the seeds that we planted. They're going to be manifesting. Think springtime. Springtime is going to be pretty incredible with being able to experience within our physical reality that new higher vibration and frequency and union consciousness. All right, so it's going to be very, very magical. The thing to understand here is that the divine masculine and the divine feminine are now in this space, how I'm getting it collectively from Merlin. They're in this space, as Merlin says, much passion and cooperation, he said. So I love the fact that there's the cooperation part there, because there is this mutual support that's going on here, which is great. And that mutual support can only come from that deep awareness and that deep love, that deep connection that's now realized. And that's what is being honored. That's what's being honored now. And the divine masculine is very, very aware of who the true love is, the fact that they're feeling it within them so deeply, and that they can have everything if they have that true love. That's the choice that they're making, and they are working for it, they're working with it, and it's a cooperative effort between the feminine and the masculine, and they're going into that deeper merging. They really are. They're going into that deeper merging, again, happening very, very quickly. So, it's so much of, I'm there for you. Oh, well, I'm there for you too. Let's do this together. Whether we're physically communicating and physically, in that union relationships, not really relationship, but union manifested connection, or whether, one person's in one physical location, the other person's in another physical location, but it doesn't matter because all time and space doesn't stop twin flames. They're still there for each other, working with each other, feeling each other very deeply, and there is a lot of cooperative healing and quite a bit of passion that's going on there too. Quite a bit of longing, as I've been talking about, and Merlin certainly brings up that passion part as well. And the passion is the sexual passion, of course, but it's also the passion for life. It's that passion to be creative, that creative spark, that wanting to create, and whether it's music, whether it's poetry, whether it's a new business, it could be anything, okay? But being creative, that passion brings that out. So it's happening for both parties here, okay? The divine masculine, wow. When I asked Merlin what's happening with the divine masculine, his response there was that there was just so much going on, okay? So much, wow, there's much. The divine masculine are going through this time where they are experiencing defining moments, or what we've described as tower moments. Those tower moments are certainly happening where the situations, the people, the beliefs, the patterns, habits, addictions, whatever the case may be, they aren't serving, and the towers are falling, and the masculines are having this realization of what isn't serving them any longer, and these defining moments are having everything be very clear for them as to, okay, this is done. The karmic cycle, right? Is the karmic cycle being closed out. Okay, that stag energy coming in very strongly. If any of you are seeing the stag is the definitive symbol of the divine masculine energy. And that sovereignty within the divine masculine, that power, that true soul power within the divine masculine is certainly emerging now. Very, very much so. All right, and it's just really exciting times here. Okay, Merlin is talking about staying the course. Really important to stay the course and to let the future take its course. Okay, the surrendering. We've talked about this before, but it's just really reassuring to hear also Merlin mention about letting the future take its course and to try your best, especially divine feminine who are out there, try your very best to stay very detached, very surrendered, and to allow. Again, think the flexibility, think the mobility, going with the flow, allowing things to unfold, allowing things to transform, allowing the karmic doors to close, and allowing for the magic to come in. Don't try to resist it is what I recommend, and certainly what Merlin recommends. Don't try to resist it. Stay with where you're going, because it's going places. It really, really is. You may not see it at this moment, but I'm sure that so many of you can feel it, that things are absolutely happening, and they're doing, wow. I mean, the divine is doing such an incredible job. We have to really just be very grateful for all the help and all the support and all the protection that we get on this journey. But stay very surrendered and just allow. Okay, because things are moving along. Okay, so I'm going to keep it a little bit shorter today, but these are the messages that Merlin really wanted to bring forth, and it's beautiful. I think that for anyone who might still be out there worrying about their situation, or worrying about their own personal details, or what they may perceive as an obstacle or obstacles, that there's no need to do that, because all is being taken care of. And as long as you're doing the inner work and going with the flow of your transformation, you're doing the best that you can to work with it. And of course, I am here if you feel guided to work with somebody who is a twin flame, who is a psychic medium and a divine channeler, who is able to understand this journey and bring through the clear messages for you and help you, have the tools. I'm here, theparanormalpriestess.com, and I would love to meet you, and I'd love to be able to read for you, even clear or heal if that's what's guided. But I'm here, and it's my mission, and I'm so happy to be able to do that. All right, so remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings to all of you. Take good care through these energies. Take care of you. Self-care is important. And I will see y'all soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.